Hello, my name is Alicia Riddle, and I am a program specialist here at FACTOregon. I'm here to tell you a little bit more about myself and to highlight one of our programs that's really important to us, which is our Activate Your Advocacy Parent Leadership Program. I wanted to talk and start a little bit with myself because, as you may know, all of the staff members here at FACTOregon are parents or family members of a person with a disability. And we're all really passionate about getting into disability work and helping make change at the larger systems level for all individuals. So, how did I come to be here? I am the mother of two beautiful boys who are 12 and 13 years old. They both are autistic and experience disability in very different ways. I got involved in doing disability equity work because of my background. Growing up, I myself had challenges in school and social settings where I felt unsupported and misunderstood. I was eventually diagnosed with a disability myself as a young adult. I spent the next several years working to gain self-acceptance and challenge my own beliefs about disability. Fast forward now, having two autistic boys myself who experience disability in very different ways, I knew exactly how it felt to not get the support that I needed. And I didn't want to let that happen to my kids. So as a parent, I wanted to continue to make sure that they got what they needed. However, I kept coming up against barriers in healthcare, education, and community activities, whether it's being excluded from participating or not being believed when you go into the doctor to ask about concerns. Ultimately, I really needed to figure out how to advocate at a bigger systems level to support my children. I realized I needed to know more about these systems and how the services worked. And I wanted to use my voice. I wanted to speak up and be heard. But I really struggled to know how to do this efficiently and effectively. I learned about FACTOregon a while ago, and I've used their support, our support line, and trainings over the years. But in 2022, I heard about the Activate Your Advocacy Parent Leadership Program. And I was excited. I was excited to apply. I had already done some advocacy at the local level, but I wanted to learn how to have a greater impact. I was going into IEP meetings and advocating tirelessly for my own kids. I was going into meetings with friends and supporting them and helping them to prepare for those meetings and ask the questions that they needed answered so that they could get the things they needed for their children. But that just wasn't enough for me. I wanted to do more. And so I joined the cohort in 2022, and I discovered other parents going through similar things as my family. And so I knew I was in the right place. I knew I was able to connect with other people and really learn more about what I could do at a bigger scale. So some of the things I learned in Activate Your Advocacy are I learned more about ableism and the history of the disability rights movement. I got a deeper dive into the IDEA and special education. I learned how to give legislative testimony. I learned about different ways to advocate at local and state levels to impact change for the community at large. And that is whether it was working towards change within local schools or organizations, within advisory groups, or within state policy. I was learning that there's all kinds of ways to be an advocate for people with disabilities. And I learned that students with disabilities have one of the lowest graduation and academic proficiency rates in the state. What impacted me the most, though, was learning about racial disproportionality in special education and how our system is failing students with disabilities, but especially when they are students of color, immigrants, low income, or English language learners. As a woman of color myself with two Black disabled sons, I became inspired to support other families at disability intersections. And I want more families like mine to be able to access those resources, learn to advocate for their child, and destigmatize disability in our communities. After AYA, I applied for a position with FACTOregon and became a program specialist. And I meet with a lot of organizations and families within the Portland metro area, including partners at these intersections, to get families the support that they need. And I also now serve on many advisory groups and I'm part of different councils. And AYA helped me to get there. It helped me to come full circle from being a child that needed help and not knowing where to turn to a mother of two speaking up for them and learning to advocate for them. and then transitioning that into advocating for the larger community. And so I now feel like I have the knowledge and confidence to ask for what my family needs and to help raise the voices of others to do the same. So I just want to share with you that our Activate Your Advocacy leadership program has been around to be able to change the lives of many parents and families so that they can continue to make those changes within our communities. And we continue to provide this program for families to be able to learn more about the processes and the systems that we work with. And so we hope that you will continue to support our organization and our programming, and please take a moment to check out our Activate Your Advocacy whenever you have a chance. Please join us and apply if you think it's something that you want to be a part of. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.